I've recently started seeing a business coach. If you're watching, hello Julia. And one of the things she said to me last week was that she had always thought I was around the written word. That was really the focus of my business and the focus of who I am and what I do. And she said, but actually, Steve, you're not. You're actually about the spoken word, which struck me as being very true. I mean, my background is as a broadcast journalist rather than a print journalist, although obviously writing is now a large part of my business through PR, through copywriting, and certainly through journalism. But actually, I probably am happier speaking. And I know I certainly advise people when they're asking me about writing. I often say, write as you speak. Because when we speak, we tend to use much more direct language, much more informal language, and I think, on the whole, we communicate better. It tends to be more impactful when we speak. We tend to add emphasis. We tend to be able to extrapolate out an idea much more readily and start to build an argument in a way that we maybe don't do in a lot of copy. I think also people tend to be much more concise when they're speaking. People tend to be shorter, more to the point, and I think one of the things I learned at the BBC, for instance, is that natural speech is about 3 words per second. So if you're making, say, a 2-minute vlog, a bit like this one, then you've got about 360 words. If you were to write that, that would be about half a page in A4, I suppose, depending on the font size and all that sort of stuff. Would people sit and read those words? Will they sit and listen and watch those words? Good question. Depends on what you're saying and depends on how people like to absorb. Some people like to absorb information audio or through visuals. Other people prefer to read it, be able to go back and look at it again, all that sort of thing. But I'd be interested to know what you think. A, is the spoken word more impactful, maybe even more insightful than the written word? B, was Julia, my business coach, right? Am I, Steve Bustin of Vada Media, actually about the spoken word, not the written word?